that we can have for the kids who weren't able to log in and for later. So I just wanted to let you know. And at the end, like I said, I will unrecord it so that we can take any questions. So the first assignment is I'm going to present. And remember, I won't put the classes in until the assignments in until around 11:30. So I'm going to start with, oh, hang on a second. I messed up. I need to get to here. So right now you won't, like I said, you won't see anything in Google Classroom. And when you do, it will look like this. And the first one is, well, it doesn't matter what order you do them in. The first one is a letter to me, and I'll go through that in a second. The second one is just let's have fun and get to know each other. And this is just a fun assignment where you're going to share information about yourself. There's going to be, I don't know if I put all the things in there that you're going to share. I might have to fix this actually, you guys. I don't think I put the, oh, I didn't put the 4 things in there. So there's 4 questions about yourself that you need to answer. It's just like, you just have to say your name. You have to say what made you smile this past week. Your favorite food. I need to put that in the instructions. So I will do that because you have a choice. You can share this assignment through a Flipgrid. And here's my example on here. You can do it in a TikTok or a video and download it into here. A lot of kids did that like last spring during online school. They would just put the videos on their phone and submit it through Google Classroom. Or if you don't want to do a video of yourself at all, you just want to do it in a Google slide presentation, you can. You'll just do 1 slide for each of those topics. And if you want to put pictures in there, you can. Does everybody understand that? That's pretty easy. Any questions on that one? I need to make a note to put the four questions in instructions. The video is only, I know the Flipgrid is set for only 30 seconds and I talk a lot and I was able to get it all in 30 seconds, no problem. So just want you to know this is one of them. Any questions? If anybody does, you can put it in the chat or you can wait until the end. And the other one is the letter to Miss Fun right here. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. You're going to follow the instructions on the page for how to format your letter. Please make sure you follow all directions. You will type your letter on the page below it. Remember my expectations for double-spaced, Cambria font, that kind of thing. Although it is a letter, so technically you don't need to double space. But anyway, so I'm going to show you this in this example right here. This is what it's going to look like. Does everybody see this? Can someone put yes or no? It says letter to your teacher. And up at the top, it's kind of like your objectives, like I can produce. So these are the things we're working on. So this is, the due date's not on here because now I'm changing it. So your very first assignment is to write a letter to me. This is a fun way for you to let me know all of the important things about you that I need to know. Your letter can be about anything. Brian, hi, glad you joined us. We're going over our assignment. Glad you joined us. So this is the letter. So what you're going to do, your letter can be about anything, but most importantly, the purpose of the letter is to introduce yourself to me. These are some ideas. The letter must begin with a greeting. Dear, hello, good morning, okay? You need to start with a greeting. The letter should highlight at least 3 important facts, stories, or experiences about you. So you'll have 3 sections, 3 paragraphs in your letter, okay? You have to have at least 3. So that means about 4 to 5 sentences per each of those, okay? So you can answer in these, talk about your family, the best movie, your strengths, what are you involved in outside of school, what, if you could be a superhero. These are just suggestions. What matters the most to you in life? I'm just reading through here. What is your most important core value? Like values are like honesty, fairness, those kinds of things. Your letter must end with a closing. Sincerely, nice to meet you, talk to you later. Your letter must contain at least one to two images that correspond with your introduction. These can be of yourself, your family, your favorite things, etc. It's up to you. So I don't know where it means correspond with your introduction, but you can put them like within your, like whatever paragraph you're writing about. If the picture corresponds to that, put the picture in there then. Okay, so then you'll keep scrolling down, and this is where you'll begin your letter. So like I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna be over on the margin. I need to make sure, hey Brian, can you see this okay? I hope you guys can all see this okay. I'm gonna go to Cambria font. Okay, I'm gonna double space. I'm gonna go over here and double space, make sure it's centered on the left. Line spacing is right here. I'm gonna go to double, okay? And I'm going to just, so you have to begin with the greeting. So you could say, dear, I don't know why it's underlined, so we need to change that. Who knows? I'm gonna change it unbold. Here we go. Dear Ms. Funderburk, comma. That's how you would do your, right? You'd always put a greeting. Dear Ms. Funderburk, okay? And then you will, and usually they do another space between there. Usually there's like 4 spaces after the heading. Are you guys all doing okay? Any comments or questions? I know I'm probably thoroughly boring you. Does this help? Yes or no? Can anybody respond in the chat or say it out loud? Is this helping you? If not, I can stop if it's thoroughly boring you and you're all asleep. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So this would be your heading. So you could say, Dear Miss Fun, or you could say, I'm watching the time. What time do we end? Oh my gosh, I lost my schedule thing. This is like stressing me out, you guys. Oh, we have time. Okay, 9:45. Dear Ms. Funderburk, or you could say, hello, Ms. Funderburk, anything like that. Okay, and then remember you're gonna do I would do 2 spaces because usually the greeting is kind of higher up. And then I'm very big on indenting, but I know if it's a letter, so you technically don't have to indent in a letter. So we're gonna go like this. So you could say, my name is, and you can say your name. So I'm just gonna talk about me. This is really weird. My name is Corrine. And I've decided that from the one up above, I'm gonna tell you about my family. I have 3 sons. One is, so I'm just going to talk, one is in college. The other is in, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it because I know that I have to have 4 to 5 sentences. At OSU Cascades in Bend, period. Now you remember we're capitalizing OSU, it's the name of a college. Cascades is a part of the name. And remember, Bend is a city, so it needs to be capitalized, okay? Is in Bend. The other 2 sons live at home with me. And then on some weekends, they stay with their dad. Okay. How many sentences do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have 4 sentences, but I need to kind of close it out a little bit. So I'm going to say something like, I was born and raised in Spokane, Washington. Remember, I'm going to capitalize Spokane and Washington because those are cities and states. I was born and raised in Spokane, Washington. I have lived in Umatilla for 28 years. All right, so that's over 4 to 5 sentences. So I'm done with that one. So I'm going to go to the next paragraph and I'm going to start my next one. All right, so then I go up here and I choose something else that I want to write about because I have to have 3 of them, 3 important facts, stories. So the best movie, I could talk about that. involved in outside of school, what matters most. Boy, those are kind of tough. I might have to talk about something else. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to have to think about that. So let's say I've decided to talk about if I wasn't a teacher, I'm just going to talk about, this just came to my mind. I would like to be a flight attendant. I love, I spelled that wrong, so I'm going to check on here. What did I spell it? Oh, there we go. Thank you. I would like to be a flight attendant. I love to fly, and I enjoy talking to people. Okay, and then I'd have to talk a little bit more about that because I only have 2 sentences there. Okay, so let's say I filled all this in. I've done my 3 sections, and then I would do another one when I'm going to pretend I'm going to talk about my next one. When I was in, this is my 3rd, okay? When I was in school, I loved reading and writing. I was not good at math or science. I have always had to, I'm just making this up, but it's true. I've always had to study hard in school. I was always, I'm kind of starting with I was, so I might switch it up a little bit. Jealous of my older, are you guys falling asleep? I'm really sorry. Sister, because she was very smart at everything and got good grades without studying much. So anyways, let's say I'm done with this. Actually, so here's my 3 sections. Although I need a couple more here. I need a few more sentences here because this isn't a paragraph. So I would need to add a few more things. Like I would also like to be a tour guide. And I'm still not done because that's only 3 sentences. But do you see how I have my 3 parts? And then I would then have to insert where I think 2 pictures can go in. Well, like 1 to 2 pictures. So maybe I could picture up here of my boys. Down here, I could put a picture of maybe an airplane. And down here, I could put a picture of me and my sister. Okay? And then I would have to go up here and I'd have to say, I need, my letter must end with a closing. So the closing, this is what's weird. The closing usually goes kind of in the middle. I'm going to kind of tab to the middle, and I'm going to end, a good closing is always sincerely, and then, well, I'd have to go under here. Sincerely, comma, and then your name. Do you guys see how that goes? Are there any questions? So by the time you're done, it's only like, it's not really that long. It's just telling me about you, and then you'll just submit through Google Classroom. Are there any questions or comments on this? If something is not clear, hang on just a second. Make sure you edit this for really carefully. Make sure you start with capitals. Again, you don't have to indent. I won't have you do it on a letter. If you want to put bigger spaces between each section, you could do that just to separate each section out. If you want to do that, that's fine as well. Although I don't like how that looks. That looks kind of weird. So you could, though, separate it out a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to because that's just kind of, I don't think I like the look of that. So I'm going to bring it all together. But I do know that those are separate. Each are separate because of the spacing right here, and I've started a new paragraph. I know that these are all the starts of new paragraphs. Okay, then I need my intro, and intro, hello, Ms. Funderburk, comma, and then sincerely, or if you don't want to do Ms. Funderburk, if you just want to do Ms. Fun, that's fine as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, And I'm going to stop presenting because I want to, and I'm also going to go up here and stop recording